So, YouTube Next Vlogger, now that you've won this title, what does that mean besides the Denny's?
Well, what it means is that we're going to get video equipment from YouTube. They're going to help promote our channels, and we're going to actually take these classes through Google Hangout on Google Plus, where we'll get to group together, and they're going to teach us all kinds of tricks, everything from how to use different equipment to how to promote your channel and things like that. And we're actually going to have guest speakers and guest instructors. Justine is going to do some stuff. Natalie Tring Community Channel going to do some stuff. So I think it's just a way for them to sort of come in and say, here's how we can nurture you and give you some tips and tricks.
Resources.
Yeah, and resources.
What do you think it was about your channel that made you be one of the winners of this vlogger contest?
I think it's because I just was really genuine about what I do and why I do it. I showcased all the different things that I'm into and the interests that I have, and I think it comes from a different place that you may not see too much of on YouTube. And like I said, I'm really big about expressing myself so that others feel comfortable about themselves. Kind of being like the dorky kid or the silly kid sometimes can make you feel, out of place. And so it was nice to be like, hey, come here and we're all going to have a good time and no judging and stuff like that. So I feel like just being me and opening that side of up, it's tough, but I think it helped people go like, oh, this is cool. I can get into this.
Give us some tips and tricks to building community on YouTube. You were really great in terms of how you did it because you weren't part of maybe the early crowd like the Philly D's and the Lisa Novas, but you've been able to build a legitimate audience.
Yeah, I did a lot of it on my own. I think that the thing is now is that it's almost like in Hollywood in a way. You have like these people that everyone knows, the A-list celebrities, and then you have a lot of people who are working actors, and they might have been household names, but they are being comfortable and constantly making a living. I think YouTube is the same way. You're gonna always have your top people, but there's a lot of people on YouTube that have their distinct niche audiences, and that's just as successful, and that's a great thing because you may have a certain thing that you're into that maybe for a specific group or whatever. I think the thing is you just have to keep in tune with your audience. Having a consistent audience come back and watch you video after video is always going to be more important than numbers. You can have 1 million subscribers, but if 10 people are watching the video, who cares?
Yeah.
So, so I think keeping in tune with your audience, seeing what they're into and expressing yourself and being honest with it, the people that like it, they're going to keep coming back, and that's important.
Was there something you did week after week that you think helped in building that subscriber base and the views in terms of maybe the content you were covering, the way you titled your videos, the tags, the thumbnails? Like, let's get into specific.
Yeah, I think for me specifically, I think it was really just expressing myself. I know that there's going to be some people that's not going to get all this, but I think for the people that do, they really enjoy it because they see it's coming from a sincere place. I mean, you can watch some YouTube videos, and I'm not calling anybody out, but you can sometimes watch a video and just kind of go like, oh, you're doing so-and-so because, they're popular. You're just doing like an imitation.
You're like copying.
Yeah, it's like a copy thing. And there's some things you're obviously going to, like methods you're obviously going to use, like people vlog, people do top 5 lists, people do that, that kind of stuff happens. That's not all new things, but you can always kind of put yourself into it in some kind of way, and people can kind of get that genuine nature from you and enjoy that, as opposed to you just being like, oh, I'm going to talk exactly like that person did and that's going to get me views. Like, get out of here.
Were you doing collaborations and everything?
Definitely more recently. I've done a lot more collaborations, and I've definitely seen how that helps out a big deal. Collabs are very important, but what I tell people with collabs is I'm willing to collab with somebody who's big. I'm also willing to collab with somebody who's small, because I feel like it's all about just getting yourself out there. We all can't collab with the top 5 YouTubers, and they're not all going to collab with you. So, but if there's going to be a lot of people that's out there that if you work together, they have different audiences and it works out. What I find helps out a lot is if you collab, obviously collabing with people that have the same interests is cool, but if you can figure out a way to collab with someone who has a different interest, it's kind of interesting. Like there was a group that does like haul videos where they go out and buy like fashion stuff. And
Style haul, yeah.
So we did a collab video where I went out with them and we went to like a toy store and we got like these sort of nerdy collectible things as a haul, and nerdy shirts and stuff like that. So some of those people came to my channel. They probably never heard of me because they don't look for that sort of thing. But now they're like, oh, this guy's cool. Check out the channel, and now they're there. So
you got all those ladies who cosmetics and fashion.
I mean, a playa do what a playa do, and I can't help it that I'm so darn irresistible to the ladies with this sexiness.
No comment. 5 words.
5 words.
Not paragraphs or sentences.
Yeah.
5 ways to be a great vlogger. And go.
Honest, sincere, tight, personal, cute,
Which comes from inner beauty.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone.
That's what I meant.